Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoicism and Spirituality channel. Have you ever stopped to think about how to make wiser decisions in daily life? How to deal with challenges without losing control, maintaining inner peace? In today's video, we will explore how Stoicism can teach us to live with wisdom, even in the most challenging situations. Stoic philosophy offers powerful lessons for cultivating serenity, self-control, and virtue, even amid chaos. If you want to learn how to live in a more balanced and wise way, stay with me until the end of this video. Let's start with one of Stoicism's greatest teachings. Wisdom comes from self-knowledge. Stoics believed that in order to make wise decisions, it's essential to understand ourselves, our passions, and reactions. Knowing what motivates us, what irritates us, or what makes us happy is the first step toward a more balanced and controlled life. Self-knowledge is the foundation of wisdom. For example, if you know that you tend to react impulsively in stressful situations, by getting to know yourself better, you can choose to pause and breathe before taking any action, avoiding rash decisions. Another important point in living wisely is knowing how to distinguish what is within and what is outside of our control. Stoics teach us to focus only on what we can control: our thoughts, emotions, and actions. What is beyond our control, like the actions of others or external events, should not be a source of frustration. Accepting this reality is a key step to living with serenity. Imagine you've planned an important event, but something goes wrong at the last minute, like the weather changing suddenly. You can't control the weather, but you can control how you react to the situation. By accepting what you cannot change, you focus on finding solutions instead of losing your composure. The practice of detachment is also fundamental to living wisely. Stoics teach us that happiness doesn't come from material things or the approval of others, but from living with simplicity and focusing on what truly matters, our inner peace and virtue. By detaching from possessions and the constant desire for more, we find more space to live with freedom and wisdom. Imagine you've spent months saving to buy a luxury item. Upon realizing it doesn't bring the happiness you expected, you decide to live more simply and appreciate the small things that bring more joy, like moments with family or a walk outdoors. For Stoics, wisdom also involves accepting life's difficulties. Instead of resisting suffering and challenges, we should see them as opportunities to grow. Difficult moments teach us valuable lessons about our inner strength, resilience, and adaptability. Rather than seeing suffering as something negative, Stoicism teaches us to use it to become stronger. You lose a job, which is a tough experience, but instead of letting it bring you down, you use it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself, learn new skills, and perhaps even pursue a new career that brings more personal satisfaction. One key to Stoic wisdom is maintaining a calm mind, regardless of the circumstances. Stoics believed we should strive to be governed by reason, not emotions. This means that even when emotions run high, we should step back and seek a more balanced and rational response. By cultivating a calm mind, we can make wiser choices and live with more peace. Imagine you have a big argument with someone important to you. Instead of reacting impulsively and letting emotions take over, you take a deep breath, reflect on the situation, and choose a more rational and constructive response. The practice of virtue is essential to living wisely. For Stoics, virtue is the only thing we can truly control, and it leads us to true happiness. Acting with justice, wisdom, courage, and moderation in all our actions is what guides us to a wise life. Virtue is not an achievement, but a daily practice. You're in a situation where you can make an easy but unjust decision for your own benefit. Instead of giving in to temptation, you choose to act with integrity, even if it brings more difficulty in the short term. Stoics also emphasize the importance of daily reflection. At the end of each day, it's important to stop and reflect on our actions, thoughts, and reactions. The goal is to learn from mistakes, improve every day, and ensure we're following the path of wisdom and virtue. Daily reflection helps us make more conscious decisions aligned with our values. Example: before going to bed, you spend a few minutes reflecting on your behavior during the day. You ask yourself, did I act according to my values? Was I fair? Was I patient? This simple reflection exercise helps cultivate wisdom over time. Another important lesson from Stoicism is the importance of patience. Life doesn't always happen the way we imagine, and often we need to wait for the right moment to act. Stoics teach us that by cultivating patience, we can better handle frustrations and find opportunities even in times of waiting. Example: you're waiting for an important response about a project you submitted. Instead of getting anxious or impatient, you remind yourself that time will bring the answers, and you use this period to keep working and preparing for the next step. Finally, Stoic wisdom also teaches us to understand the transience of life. Everything we have, including our experiences, is temporary. Stoics encourage us to live in the present moment, valuing what we have now without becoming overly attached to the future or the past. By accepting impermanence, we can live more fully and gratefully. Example: you're enjoying a simple moment, like a dinner with friends, and realize that this moment is unique. Instead of thinking about what comes next or what went wrong in the past, you focus entirely on enjoying the company and the experience. These lessons from Stoicism show us that wisdom is not something we acquire overnight, but something we cultivate over time with practice and reflection. By knowing ourselves better, focusing on what we can control, acting with virtue, and living in the present moment, we begin to build a wiser and more balanced life. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs to hear this, and let me know in the comments. Did this video help you? Subscribe to the channel for more content on philosophy and personal development. Don't forget to watch these other 2 videos and further enhance your knowledge.